you. So this is what you are actually. So languages also play a great role. So what do you think how English is playing a great role? English as a language is playing a great role in your life.
Yes, hi, how are you? Yes, good
I'm
morning.
good. I'm good. How about you?
I'm also good. Thank you so much for asking.
Okay, so Ramzan is over, right?
Yes, Jan is over it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so how was your Eid?
Yeah, even Eid event, Eid has gone. It is 4 days, and
Mhm.
I celebrated Eid. I enjoy a lot. Like I went my relative home. Yeah, so it went well. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start the session. So, shall we continue with today's topic, or you wanna go with general conversation?
Yeah, we can go the topic, but I think it is our first conversation. Am I right?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
We eh, we did it the like conversation.
Yes. So, okay. So, shall I correct your mistakes during the session?
Yeah, please.
Okay, okay. So, you would also like to have a feedback, right? After the session.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, no, it's not our first conversation. It is our second conversation. So, luckily I remember. Okay,
Oh,
so let's start with today's topic, which is languages.
languages. Okay.
Hmm. So basically, what do you think about a language? What language is and how language paves way for you to communicate with somebody?
Yes, language like as a tool to communicate each other. So it like a some without a language how can we communicate, we cannot communicate. Yeah, so language is to understand to someone, I think. And not only that, like without a language also we can understand each other. And because but with language uh, we get more detail.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Basically, language is the medium to communicate easily. Otherwise, we have sign languages. We can make signs and then somebody can understand.
yes, and and English, like it is a international language. All people, all world people, they had meeting, I think, earlier, and they selected English language. That's why people are learning English language, and because of all over the world they speak English, they understand English, even you go. Yeah, so
Mm. Okay. So, how many language you know? How many languages do you know?
I I know, I know Urdu and Hindi, both are similar, and English, yeah, only two language I know. I don't know any other language.
So there are three, no? Hindi, Urdu, English.
Yes.
Because Urdu is, I guess it's difficult and it has a lot of words which are not at all, we cannot use them in Hindi. So they have a lot of words and they're hard to
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. Same, same, same in Hindi also. Like there's a many uh, uh, there are many words which is difficult to understand. But we mix. When we speak Hindi and Urdu, so we mix Hindi and Urdu, both are.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, language is, as you know, there are a lot of languages we speak, right? All over the world, there are a lot of languages. So, what do you think that which language is the toughest one?
The first one, I think. Kerala language, Malayalam language, I think, because they speak even very difficult to listening. You are not able to listen like when they speak near to you. So like they speak and talk each other and like, but as much you try to understand, but you are not able to understand, which is very difficult to understand, I think. Malayalam.
Malayalam.
Malayalam
Okay.
language.
All right. So, basically, languages are a big factor in your growth, because where
Yeah.
where you grow, you learn all the languages which are surrounding you. So languages play a great role in your development as well. So, how do you think that learning English has developed you?
Um, can you elaborate your question more, please?
See, languages has a great role in our life. You also know it, right? If you, whatever your personality is, it is just because of the language, it is just because of the people who are surrounding you, it's just because of the environment around you. So this is what you are actually. So languages also play a great role. So what do you think, how English is playing a great role, English as a language is playing a great role in your life?
Yeah, yeah, English. Yeah, absolutely. English. I like English is very important for me because like my niece, my nephew, like all they go to the English school. They understand English there, and they learn English there, and then all subject there in English. And that's why English important for me, and it role very it role uh, without English, I think like now I'm not able to like I'm feel zero without English. Like, so that's why I started to learn English language, and somehow I learn it. Like, but because of all surround your neighbor, where you go, in India, even where you go, you find English environment, not English environment, but they their kids go to the English school. They speak English, some sentences, and if at that time when you communicate with them, and if that time if you don't know, so you feel embarrassed. So that's the reason like I started learning English language, and even you watch movie on web series, there also even you watch Hindi web series, even they speak some sentences in English, and at that time you feel like what they speak, I didn't understand, and you feel embarrassed at that time also. So
Okay.
uh, that's English is very important for me. Yeah, it.
Okay. So, do like all these years when you are learning English, do you find that people who don't know English, okay, they are
Yeah.
very, very, very far from the current generation? Do you find it? Or you think that current generation uh, is you can communicate with current generation only if you know this particular language? As
Yeah,
you
like
about
in.
your, yeah, sorry, yeah, you can speak.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, so as you told me about your niece, right? Nephew and niece,
Yes.
so they are the current generation, the youngsters. So do you feel that communicating with them makes, for you, it is very tough to communicate with them if you don't know this particular language? Or is there any barrier which you feel?
No, now I don't feel any barrier, but yeah, earlier I was feeling barrier, like when I was like, she was, I think one standard, and when I like my brother actually, one day what happened, my brother he taught my niece, okay, and I was sitting there, and he was very fluently he was teaching him. He knows English actually, and he knew English, my brother. So he's taught very frankly, very easily. He taught my niece. He taught my niece. So at that time I was sitting there, but at that time I feel like, wow, he taught very well. At that time I felt embarrassed at that time, and I thought I have to learn English, anyhow. Yeah. So obviously earlier I had a barrier, but now I don't have any barrier, and I communicate with my niece and nephew with very friendly now, and I feel very comfortable. Yeah.
Okay. So my question was that do you think the current generation and the previous generation, I'm not talking about your generation, but the previous generation, maybe your father. So do you feel the same thing like that they also want to know this particular language to communicate with the current generation, or they need to know this particular language in order to fill the gap somewhere?
Yeah, earlier previous generation obviously they think about, but like they were busy, like they were busy. I think that's why they don't think about. But I don't know, like maybe they thought about, and that's why they started to their kids in English school. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
and
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Please, you can complete. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I was just saying that you feel that English is a language which has a broader effect. It is most widely read, most widely understood, and this is the only language which you can it portrays the value of the cultural society which is being right now in the current time, right? So this particular language has a great impact.
Yes.
Okay, so is it with this language only?
Yes, obviously only this language, because only this language, all in India, if you are talking about in over the world, they speak. Like the other language, if you're talking about people and people, they don't enhance that language. Only English people think about, and it is obviously it is important because over everywhere you go, if you go the bank, they're forming only in English. So that's why it's people think about, yeah, I have to learn English, I have to learn it, because here we go, and so we have to face English, and other language, that's why they don't give importance, because it is a necessary, now. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's come to the correction part of the whole session. See, one time I felt that you wanted to say that and actually you want to say that you understand it better when you were talking about the language Malayalam. So you said that when I am near them, okay, or so I listen them better. So listen them better is like listening, but actually the meaning was to understand them. So you can see, first of all, you speak when you have collection of words. So you can do a activity on daily basis. You can find synonyms of the simpler words
Okay.
like listening. Okay, so what's the difference? See, like we use a lot of words like look, one is stare, other is watch. So these all words have similar sense, but at the same time they have different levels of understanding. Stare is not same as look is not same as watch.
Okay.
Observe, so watch is not same as observe. So you must have that in enough word collection. I'm not talking
Okay.
about reading a dictionary, but yeah, on daily basis you can put a pick a word, and then you can try finding the synonyms as well as understand their meaning on different levels. Okay, so you can correct these things when you're talking.
Yeah.
And if I come to the feedback, yes, you're doing good, but I would insist that please, when you speak, try thinking of just you have to be visioned. Okay, just imagine that you need to speak this particular thing, and how can you minimize it, how can you uh, crackle it down just into smaller smaller sentences. So you
Oh,
need to have you just need to envision it first, like okay, I need to speak this, and so that the meaning can be conveyed in a best possible way.
yeah.
So, you can try a bit when you are speaking to your family members, your niece or your nephew. So, you can try doing it on regular basis.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you can surely you can improve all these things, because these things are very, you see, it happens very slowly. Won't even feel it. But yeah, it is happening every moment.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so just do it.